So, like I said, I expect nothing but the worst because I continuously show them for what they are. They've done everything possible to make me accept their nastiness. They use these childlike individuals. Some of them just they're like children. They want you to accept something that's not real, and they're gonna do what they need to do. That's their job. Actually, they're hired to gaslight you. That's really literally their assignment to get you to accept something that is not real. One thing is not real is the way they make me think about children. They do this pedophilia type of torture, and they do everything possible to get you to accept it. And I even sometimes like mock them, and they try to take this mockery as admission or me accepting this falsified reality that they put together, which I won't. I will never subscribe. I know they do this pay for every torture. This is why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting now. This is why I'm thinking the way they're making me think that this way. It's because they do these things. I'm not the first and I won't be the last. Everybody around me knows that they're gonna do their job to make me accept these nasty things. Now, sorry, they just try to do some nasty thing because as I'm speaking, saliva is coming out, and and that usually turn into something else. But they were trying then earlier. I told you that they were trying to talk about this person. I call her Zyme. They were saying what you did to Zyme, was it wrong? And I was actually at one point literally listening to them. It's like maybe I was wrong for doing, maybe I did that, and really having this back and forth, thinking that these people are truly people who are here because they're here um for what I did to this woman, and they hate to, and I will have this back and forth, and I will like actually think about it. It's like, was that, did I do wrong? Like, and I would I would say like, okay, if it comes from her, then I will I'll go with it. Like I would, if it has to come from this person. Now, you guys, who are you? Of course, at that point, no idea who these people were. I was like, what these random people are doing this? Maybe like, are they investigate? Like, like, who are these? Who are these people? Not knowing that I was talking to a group of people who torture women all around the world. So when I realized this, that these people are just doing some necessary. First of all, what kind of people they do this? Like, I knew this behavior was completely disgusting. I was like, why are you manipulating? Something is happening to my brain. They would try to make me accept these things, and I was like, no, that's not, this is not me. I will not subscribe to this. I will not subscribe to these nasty things. But most importantly, um, I know what you guys do to women. Now I know these pedophilia things is what you guys do. Like, I don't know what's happening to my brain. That's before finding out that who they were. I was like, I was even writing letters to people, like newspaper, thinking that. But I was like, I know this nasty manipulation is something you guys are doing something to me about. I don't know how you manipulate me to think in this disgusting ways, but you're doing something to me. Never at that point didn't get any validation. Didn't know that I was not the only one going through these things. Actually, thought I was the only one. I didn't know that. But I was like, this is not, something's happened to my brain. I'm not functioning the same way. I'm not thinking the same way. Something is happening to my ways of thinking, my thoughts, my just nastiness. And so, of course, I never subscribed to these things. I was disgusted by it, disgusted, and it kind of broke my self image for a second. But I was able to kind of bring myself up. But now they're trying to say like, oh, they're doing it for this woman, right? And I made the mistake to even have interaction with people like that. You know what they do to women? You see these images; those are not. There's plenty. Like, you see these people I'm showing right now. Those three women. There's one. There's three women that are have nothing to do with me. This is in 2020. There was TI Day, and those people from all around the world. Those three women are in the United States, from Midwest and different part. One actually all the way there is from California, but moved to New Zealand, thinking that's going to be better for her. They've been torturing them in the most disgusting ways. In the most disgusting ways. And so, of course, I know what they do to women. And so, me even trying to have this back and forth with these people, I can never let that happen. I know they do this peripheral type of torture, as much as disgusting things. Unfortunately, I have to experience that. So, those are the thoughts that I'm planting in my brain. It is my brain, so I'm experiencing the things that make me experience. So it's disgusting. And early on, it almost broke me down. It almost broke me down to the point of no returning. But now, because of the validation I have, now that I don't have like it's just like I've seen people much more vulnerable than me dealing with this and being strong. So now I have to be strong. There's no excuses. If you hear this woman Mariana talks about how she's forced to have this disgusting pedophilia thoughts, you hear Jackie, these people, they all were strong enough to deal with it. Why not me? So I'm not gonna. No one is subscribed, of course, but I will not. But I will not. I will not. I will not. Let myself go based on that nastiness that they do to me. I will not. Now I know other things are happening to my brain, and I'm being broken down. And as I'm saying that they're doing all kind of V2K noise campaign to try to kind of, because my brain is being pushed to go back and forth. So I know what they do to these women. I know how horrible they are to women, and I'll never subscribe. Not only to this pedophilia things, which obviously I'll never, never, never subscribe to it, never. And this the facade they try to create as as this strong feminist that protecting this radical feminists or people who try to avenge. I will never let them do that. With all these people talking about how horrible they are to them, no, never. Never, never, never. So to all my target individual that are watching this, don't, don't look at what they do. Look at who they've done it to. Do you think these are the people who are here avenging anybody with the amount of torment and torture they do? Never. They want you to subscribe to this false reality they put together. They manipulate you to try to accept. Never. And I've never subscribed to it. And I was even comical to them. The what they try to do. I remember they woke me at 3 in the morning. You are. And I'll just wake. I'm just tired. I was like, okay, yeah, I might be. I say, oh, sirens and everything, and you hear this person. Oh, you might be, huh? I'm telling you, this is the kind of people they use. They know their assignment is to be illogical and make you accept this, and they think this is winning, huh? Well, in regard of me thinking this illogical way, yes, my brain is overrun with technology that can make you think in this illogical ways. But they go, you said it. You say you might be, so it's you. It's like, no, I was making fun of you guys. No, I wasn't even making fun. I was just like try to dismiss these people. It's like, let me go to sleep. Yeah, okay, what I might be. 3 in the morning. You are. It's you. You are. And I'm not even mocking. I'm just mocking them. So you are. You are. It's you. It's you. You are. I'm like, and then the siren just started going, and somebody ran as all black girls. Do you understand? You got to see them for what they are, and they hate that. They want me to see them in these delusional winners of what they create. No, you are trash that torture people and manipulate people to think in disgusting ways. They're bringing something up too right now, and I'll wrap up. Because these people, they want you to to subscribe to these things. I remember when they started doing these pedophilia things. It was disgusting. I will have like it was even worse than now because they will train your brain to think in this pedophilia way. So everything will turn into it's disgusting, disturbing thoughts and images and all non-stop. Non-stop. So that will mess with you, mess the way you look at yourself. So I will look at my surveillance camera and look at myself, and I'm like, oh, look at you. Like, because I'm seeing me, and I'm seeing me remembering that they make me experience these disgusting pedophilia things. I look at myself like pedophile, like I call myself that because I was just like my self-image was like, oh, and like, oh, you see, it's like no, it's just because I'm looking at myself and I'm seeing me with all the nasty imagination I'm experiencing. What thing they do is they try to break your self-image. Now I'll never. I got weak there for a second. Because I saw myself and then I saw myself remembering the type of thoughts they forced me to have, and I'm like, oh, now these things never happen. Now I look at myself like, wow, look at you, look how strong you are. They were trying to break me down. I was like, never. And now they're like, you see that? She's like, no, it's not me. It's somebody who's struggling with this nastiness that you guys are implanting in his brain. and want him, you guys want me to subscribe to? I'll never, never. So if that moment I was weak because I was in I saw, I looked at myself, and I looked at, thought about all the thoughts that I'm forced to experience. That's the weak moment that will never happen again. And they're like, oh, we solved it. You understand? So on my target visual, you deal with people who want you to accept a reality they put together and that I'll never subscribe to. These pedophilia thoughts that they force me to have is what they manipulate people to have. Now, when you look at yourself, don't make that mistake, that moment of weakness. It happens to all of us. You see yourself, and then you think about all the disgusting things you're forced to imagine. You're gonna, you have a moment of weakness. But look at you as this. You are a dignified human being. That shows it shows how strong you are for dealing with these things. And this trash, this nothingness that calls you a nothing, wants you to accept those thoughts as if it's you. When in reality, they are the low life trash that will actually work for pedophiles, but I found out way later that that was the case. And do this perfect type of torture to try to break you down. I was broken down for a second there. It'll never happen. It was early on, very early on in my targeting when it comes to V2K. It was just too much. I was just being bombarded with nastiness and nasty pedophilia. And just that moment, I just felt weak and looked at myself. I was like, oh, now I look at myself and I'm like, wow. Yes, I'm breaking down physically. Look at my face is changing. My skin is changing. But look how strong I am. And you hear this trash outside. Oh, you see, no, I'll never, never subscribe to this. Never. That moment of weakness when I saw myself after maybe like two weeks in or 3 weeks in of this disgusting bombardment of nasty pedophilia thoughts. That's a moment of weakness that will never happen again. I will never subscribe to these pedophilia things. I'll never subscribe. Never. Never. I might have a moment of weakness when I looked at myself and thought of all the nastiness and I called myself this because I saw myself and then thought about all the nastiness, but I'll never subscribe. And that moment when I was like, oh yeah, okay, I might be. It's just a moment to just dismiss you guys. Right? 3 in the morning, say, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. I mean, like, oh yeah, I'm okay, I might be, whatever. And then you guys are sirens. Oh, he admitted. No, I was just trying to get you to shut up and let me sleep. So whatever fantasy you try to make me subscribe to, I'll never. I know you do the pedophilia type of torture, and you hear these people tell me how I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna scream, as if this is the kind of people I'm talking about. Let me say that again. I will never subscribe to the pedophilia things. I know this is the type of torment you do. You force people to think in these disgusting ways, and you try to make them accept to this manipulation to the point where you use repetition, manipulations, and all kind of imagination manipulations to make them subscribe. I will never be, and I will never be. You understand? I will never subscribe to this. You hear this trash saying, "Oh, now you are." No, now I'm a target individual who doesn't think for himself, who's forced to think in these disgusting ways. That's what I am. So when I look at myself, I'm like, I'm strong to deal with these things. I couldn't believe I had that kind of strength. So to all my target individuals, stay strong and never subscribe to these things. Never.